All right, y'all, what is going on? It is a beautiful day. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, and actually, I'm just kidding. It's an extremely cloudy, foggy day where I am. But, y'all, there are some crazy things happening in the Bitcoin market chart right now, and I want to discuss them in this video. I'm going to be talking about my plans to enter in this next run up, how exactly I'm going to be trading this, what exactly I am going to be looking for, some very important things to keep an eye out for if you are looking for a good entry, if you are looking for a place to get in where we'll ensure, well, I can't say ensure, but we'll give you a very high probability of having a successful trade that's profitable. We're going to be talking about a lot of stuff right here, guys. What's going on, IRA gains? What's going on, Snow? I know we're going to have a smaller live stream today because CryptoFace is also live streaming. But guys, there's some important things to talk about, and I just want to keep everybody level-headed. I want to discuss how we should be trading these charts, these markets, in the lowest risk way possible, because that's what I'm all about. Low risk, high reward. That's how I trade. What is going on, Arquan, Tom Barnes, Seth Jordan, SB, CB, Ed? What is going on, everybody? May God bless all of you. Yeah, I know. CryptoFace is live. Guys, this is the only time I have to do this. And I'm going to give you guys my analysis of the market. So, I'm going to be explaining how I am going to be trading these markets. So, guys, I woke up this morning and some very awesome things are happening. Some super awesome things are happening with Bitcoin. First of all, let me pull up the Wolfpack ID indicator on this 4-hour chart here. Now, guys, yesterday I did post in the Discord, in the private Discord, my plan to trade this. Yesterday when we started to dump, it was around, let's see, it was around 4:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's GMT -5. We started to show signs of downward momentum at that time. And when I saw this starting to happen, I said, okay, here is my plan. I am going to wait for a red dot to confirm on Market Cipher B on the 4-hour. I'm going to wait for it to come down, and I'm going to wait for a green trigger wave to print, hopefully pretty close to that 0 line on Market Cipher B. Once we get this 4-hour trigger wave, I was waiting for an anchor wave on Market Cipher B on the 24-minute, and then a trigger wave on Market Cipher B on the 24-minute, and also the Wolfpack ID to cross below the 0 line and come back up to show us that when we enter our trade, we are entering into strength, we are entering into momentum. We have a very low risk of the price going down. Things are probably going to skyrocket up in our favor. And look at this, guys. It's pretty cool. For a while there, the Wolfpack ID was, believe it or not, actually coming down and crossing below this 0 line just for a little while this morning, but this blue candlestick kind of changed that. But the Wolfpack ID on the 4-hour really cooled off, which is great. I love to see this because we can think of this kind of like a trampoline, right? We're coming down, and then we're going to get a nice bounce off of here. This is what I like to see. When we were printing this green dot yesterday morning, and people, everyone pretty much in my Discord, we were all longing this, but we were aware that this was kind of a high-risk long because Market Cipher B was pretty high already. We were above this 60 line. And whenever we're above this 60 line, we can just look historically and draw a horizontal line on Market Cipher B and see that whenever we're above that 60 line and we start printing dots up here, we're going to come down. I mean, check it out. It happened right here. We came down a little bit. It happened right up here. We came down a little bit. And then, of course, this was when we started to have the major correction. But now we're starting to see things kind of give us more momentum. It's, like I said, it's like a trampoline. We have more momentum in our favor moving upward. Now, I know some people are already long. I know CryptoFace is already long. He admitted in his in the title of his video, it's a high-risk long. So I am not a high-risk trader. I am not CryptoFace. I am not on his level. I am a low-risk trader. I enter trades where I feel extremely confident that I'm going to make money because that's why I trade. I trade to make money. I don't trade to freak myself out and get all nervous and hope I turn out okay. So here's what's happening right now. And here is what I am looking for. And here, if you are following this channel and you're following the trading strategies that I like to use, listen up, because this is how I am going to enter a trade with a very high probability of making money. Now, before I do that, let me get in here. Guys, FOMO into the like button because there's 100 people watching and only 20 likes, and it helps the algorithms. It helps the Google algos, right? Those algorithms. What's going on, everybody? I appreciate all of you being here. May the Lord bless all of you. So Enduro KRD is still waiting for a perfect entry. We're going to find a perfect entry, guys. Raul entered at 54,500, and we are currently at 56. Great job, great entry. That's good. Let's see what else we got here. IR gains. You said on your previous stream that a red dot on the 4-hour time frame combined with positive money flow would be a good entry signal. Yes. Yes. Guys, FOMO into the like button like Clinton says. Please, guys. It'll help out the channel. It'll help more people get into good entries. So, yes, IRA gains. I am going to exactly walk you through how I am going to look for a good entry, because we did get a red dot here. The red dot doesn't mean we should enter. The red dot means we should prepare to find a good entry. So when I'm trading, I'm looking at the 4-hour time frame and the 24-minute time frame primarily. I do use many other time frames, and this is not the only strategy I use to trade. However, when we start to print a red dot on the 4-hour time frame, this is telling me don't enter along. Don't enter a long. And I can't tell you how many people FOMO in to longs when a red dot is forming. I mean, a lot of people FOMO'd in on this this blue candlestick right here because they thought the dump was over. They thought, you know, if I zoom in here, they saw this purple candlestick come down for 4 hours. They watched the price of Bitcoin drop, and then they saw us starting to come up, and they saw us come up and come over this resistance line and keep going. And people start to FOMO in. They're like, that's it. We're going back up. We had a little pullback, going back up. But Market Cipher B was telling us, no, we're not going back up, guys. There's downward momentum. We should not enter along here. And so what we're doing is we're waiting for Market Cipher B to cool down. And once it cools down, it will start to give us signs that we are about to print a green dot. And actually, it is giving us that sign right now. It's giving us a sign that we're really close to printing a green dot. Because if we look here, we can see that there's two color waves here. We can see that there is a light blue grayish wave that crossed behind this dark blue wave. And we can see right here that the wave is starting to cross back up. This light blue wave is about to cross back up. And when it crosses, it's going to print a green dot. And that green dot is going to be below this 60 line, which means we are primed. We have the juice. We have the sauce to climb in price. We have the velocity, okay? We have the market momentum. Another thing to notice, guys, here is we can see the money flow starting to curve back up too, right? It came down, and now the money flow we can kind of see is starting to curve back up. That's a really good sign. So when we see that green trigger wave on Market Cipher B on the 4-hour, we are then looking for, just like what I mentioned in the Discord here, we're looking for our anchor wave to form on the 24-minute chart. Okay, let's go back to our Bitcoin chart. What do you know? We have an anchor wave that formed on the 24-minute chart, and it told us we have reached a bottom. Okay, so now what we're waiting for is we're waiting for Market Cipher B on the 24-minute to come up and kind of cool off, print us a nice red dot, and then come down a little bit. Now, preferably, we would want this thing to come down below the 0 line right here to give us a nice bounce upwards. But you know how these markets are. It could print like up here. It could print above the 0 line, and that's pretty much what I'm waiting for to add to my position. I have been long on Bitcoin since 52K, around there, and it was a trade that a lot of us entered in the Discord right here. Let's see. Yep, right here where we were waiting for that entry. We were waiting for that entry. When we were cooling off up here, and then we came down and entered that long. And then we've been taking profits out along the way up because personally I am looking to ride this trade for a long time. I'm looking to surpass the all-time high, hopefully today, and just have another leg up, just like what we had back here in December. I'm sorry, not December, in February. And now I'm hoping to have another leg up like that, just like the leg up that we had back here in January. and December. January and December. So there's a pattern forming here, guys. There is a pattern forming. All right? We have a leg up, and then consolidation, and then a leg up, and then consolidation, and then a leg up. So I'm looking to ride this thing up, guys, and I'm looking to take profit out along the way, and I'm looking to take that profit and put it back into my position at the lows. You don't have to trade that way. You can just enter the lows and exit the highs. So guys, there are still, keep our eyes on the chart. That's the thing. When I'm trading Bitcoin, I don't like to jump the gun here. I don't want to jump the gun. I don't want to enter early here because, again, I am not CryptoFace. I am not that skilled at trading. I have a very strict set of confirmations that I have back tested back into the history of human history for multiple years. I've back tested these strategies. Many others have back tested them as well and seen that they work. They work. And I would rather miss, this is important, and I think if you're new to trading, this is a good piece of advice, but I would rather miss a little bit of the move. Like right now, if we're going to keep going up, that means I missed a 3% gain. Okay, but we have the potential to make, much more than that. So I could make another 3% to 5% on top. I would rather miss out on that 3%, knowing that my trade is going to be successful, then turn that 3% gain into a loss. That's how I trade. Okay, I don't like to enter unless I have my confirmations. Now, of course, I break my own rules, but if you're new to trading, I don't recommend breaking your rules. I don't recommend that. I do not. So yesterday was a great day for us. Bitcoin made us a lot of money. We were really able to capitalize on this move right here. We got in pretty early on this candle. As soon as that green dot started to print, I didn't wait for it to confirm. I know a lot of people didn't either. And that's a nice move right there. Like probably if you took it and got out at the top, that's almost 4%. So I want to talk about how to take profits out. I want to talk about how to take profits out, how to enter the lows, adding to your position and taking profits, entering and exiting, because I feel like a lot of people don't quite understand that, and I've been getting a lot of questions about that. But before I get into that, I need you guys to FOMO into the like button, because if we take a look at the chart for the like button, this is not the like button chart. Where's the like button chart? Here it is. Guys, this is the like button chart. And as you can see, we are never going to come back down. The like button is going up to the moon. Next stop is $100,000 for the like button. You guys are never going to have an opportunity to buy the like button, to FOMO into the like button at this price again. So make sure to do that. Make sure to do that. Let's take a look at the chat here. Larry, bless you. May the Lord bless all of you guys. Yes, Dominic says we have a bullish divergence on the 24-minute. Yes. Let's take a look at that, because this is important stuff as well. Let's take a look at that. Do we have a bullish divergence on the 24-minute? I don't really see one, Dominic. But if you see one, cool. Whenever you guys are trading, just trust your indicators. Trust your indicators. Endoro wants to know, I don't expect to get a 4-hour green dot at 0. What's up, Markel? Hey, y'all. I don't really expect to get a green dot at 0. We can see the VWAP's about to curve up. This thing, unless we get a drastic downturn right here. I mean, we did reject off this resistance at the 56.5 level. Unless this blue candle on the 24-minute comes and confirms below this green support right here at 55.9, I think we're going to start seeing a green dot forming on the 4-hour, and it's not going to be below the 0. It's going to be above. And on the 24-minute, I would assume that we'll probably, if we get that 4-hour green dot, we'll probably come up kind of high and then get like something similar to what we had back here, guys. Something similar to what we had right here, where we'll get a green trigger wave above the 0 line. But that's okay. That's okay, because we're not always going to have the most ideal situation to enter. But we can still be pretty confident that if we get those confirmations, we will get a good entry. And when I say a good entry, I don't mean we're going to get the whole move, as you can see. If this is going to continue upward, this is the area of consolidation that's happening right now, right? So our goal is to get in at this little area of consolidation and hop on the momentum. Because here's what's going to happen, guys. The market moves in waves, right? It doesn't go straight up. So here's what our goal is. We identified the fact that, okay, it looks like this dip, right? This dip is over. It looks like the dip is over. It looks like we're coming back up. Very clearly looks like that. But in order to be sure of that, we're going to wait for our confirmations. But look at what's happening here. We're entering this area of consolidation between the resistance and the support. Okay, and Market Cipher on the 24-minute is coming above the zero line. We know pretty soon we're going to start forming a red dot, probably. It might take longer than what we want. And when we form that red dot, we know this area of consolidation is going to continue. So we might go, you know, up a little and then come back down a little and up a little and down a little. And eventually this 24-minute is going to come down. It's going to print a green trigger wave here. That's where we want to enter because we're entering into the momentum of the move. So price isn't going straight up. It's going up a little, consolidate a little, up a little, consolidate a little. And this is happening on the larger scale and the smaller scale, which is important to remember, guys. So, you know, we can look at pretty much any move on the price chart and see these areas of consolidation, right? We come up right here, and then we consolidate. Then we come up, 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 consolidate, up, consolidate, up, consolidate. And then we start coming down, and then we consolidate, down, consolidate, and then up. So our goal when we're trying to ride these moves is to come in at these areas of consolidation, and if we just enter at a green dot on the 4-hour, we might enter into a period of consolidation on the 24-minute, which I don't like to do because then you enter a trade and it starts to come down and you start to freak out. So I'd rather wait until I'm entering into this strength upward. I want to get this bounce off the trampoline. It's like when I go outside and I stand on the roof of my house and I take these giant boulders and I throw them down onto the ground, onto a trampoline as hard as I can, and they just bounce off. I want to get on top of that rock as soon as it is bouncing off my trampoline. As soon as it is bouncing off. So that's what I'm waiting for, y'all. That's what I'm waiting for. And it looks like we're pretty dang close. But would you look? Would you look? Would you take a little look? And this is why I like to wait for my confirmations, because we're consolidating here. We're consolidating. We've had this little area of consolidation, and now we're starting to form a little purple candle, which is cool. It's totally cool. But let's have another look. Uh-oh, I deleted my support, which is not good. It's not good. Let's take a look at the 3-hour time frame. Here's another little tip, y'all. If you're into trading and you're not quite a veteran, but you're somewhat new, and you're using Market Cipher, you can look at the 3-hour time frame to kind of see what's going to happen on the 4-hour time frame. Now look at this 3-hour time frame. Boom, printed a green dot right here. Okay, pretty nice. The 3-hour time frame is looking nice. I like the look of the 3-hour time frame, right, guys? Because we can kind of just draw this beautiful yellow, this bright sunny yellow trend line right through there, and we're getting a preview of what's going to happen on the 4-hour. Now, I won't use the 3-hour chart as my confirmation, but I'll use it as my pre-confirmation, right? My pre-workout, if you will, right? This is getting me amped up for my actual workout, like when I wake up early in the morning, after I pray, after I do my thing, I drink coffee. I drink black coffee. And then I go and I exercise. The coffee is acting as my pre-workout to give me energy and strength and endurance and good mental attitude toward what is about to happen. And that is the 3-hour time frame for me. This is my cup of coffee telling me, all right, let's go. Pretty soon, we're going to be going. And yeah, y'all. Let's come into the chat here. Thank you, Jonathan Underwood, for FOMOing into the like button. Aram, wants to know if I can go over the fees. Yeah, I can eventually. I'm going to make a whole video on that. Apollo says it seems the 1 hour and the 4 hour shows a cup and handle. Let's check it out, guys. Let's check out a cup and handle on the 1 hour and the 4 hour. Are you talking about one that kind of already formed? Like I can kind of see this right here. This cup and handle. And if we actually took that as a cup and handle, we would have... Interesting. I mean, I see that one, and it looks like we came up exactly to where it would have broken out. But I don't see one forming now. But perhaps I'm amiss. That's the thing. I don't see everything. I really don't. I don't see everything unless it's a really big cup and handle, like a really big cup and handle, like this. Is this the really big cup and handle? I mean, it's looking pretty cuppy. It's looking a little cuppy, right? I mean, maybe if you did this and something like this, and if this really is a cup and handle, yeah, if we break out of this neckline, I think this is probably what you're talking about. This would be pretty nice if we actually trade this as a cup and a handle. And you know, I love cups with handles because they allow me to hold the beverage in a way that I feel is more classy than just putting it around your fingers. And that would actually give us a $73,222.50 target. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. So, let's talk about... Well, let me get into the chat here and see if we have any questions. Guys, if you are not signed up for the course that you want to be, I'm offering a comprehensive trading course that goes over everything so that you can be confident, completely 100% confident in your trades. That way you don't have to rely on videos from anybody, any YouTubers, any Twitter feeds to know whether or not you should enter a trade. You will have the confidence and the proficiency to enter a trade on your own and feel confident that you will be making money. This is a 18-session course that goes over everything for a complete beginner all the way to advanced topics. We'll be going over how to use Market Cipher for 3 whole sessions. We'll be talking about everything you want to know about fees, about Bybit, about longing, shorting, margin, leverage. We'll be talking about stop losses, how to enter and exit trades, how to create your own strategy. If you're interested in that, sign up. Well, join my Discord, guys. Join my Discord. I'm going to put the link into the chat. Join the Discord. Hit me up. Private message me in the Discord. I'll send you the information. I will send you the information. Yeah, Thor, look at that cup and handle. Yep. IR Gains has a good question, says Clinton. Thank you, Clinton. Let me see if I can find... Okay. I followed your strategy 2 days ago when a dot was printed on a 4-hour time frame and a 24-minute green dot was printed as well. 4-hour green dot, 10:03 at 12 UTC, and 24-minute dot at 10:03. It went down. What is wrong? Okay, so on March 3rd, let's see, March 3rd. That's a great question, IRA Gains. March 3rd, let's see here. Let's go to March 3rd on the 4-hour chart. There's the 5th of March. Here's the 3rd of March. I am assuming that you were talking about this green dot right here. No, you can't be because price went down. I actually don't see any green dots in March between the 2nd and the 5th where price went down after they printed on the 4-hour chart. I don't see that. I see a green dot right here, and this candle closed here, and then price came up. It did come down before it went up, but it still did go up. And then I see one right here as well, where price, if you had entered on this green dot, you would have had a massive move to the upside without price coming down really at all until the 8th of March. And then the other time was February 28th. So, yeah, this one at March 2nd, we also had a move up. So, if the price went down, IRA Gains, let me explain to you a little bit about... So, if we're following my strategy where I trade on the 4-hour and the 24-minute, and we're following it perfectly the way it is meant to be followed. We have our 5 confirmations. Our 5 confirmations, let me see if I can pull up a text document right here. I might not be able to because my computer is not up to snuff the way it should be. But we have 5 confirmations, and the first confirmation is this. We are looking too long only if, like, we see either the money flow on the 4-hour is already in the green, or we can see clearly that it's curving up into the green. So if we're following the strategy perfectly using all 5 of our confirmations, we are going to be waiting for the 4-hour to confirm bullish with money flow. And when I say confirm bullish, there's a few different ways to look at that. Either you can draw on Market Cipher and say, okay, I can see clearly that money flow is curving upward, or you can say, okay, money flow is already thick in the green, so this is a good time to look for a long on a dip. If money flow is deep in the red, okay, that is a riskier entry. That is a riskier entry, and it doesn't necessarily mean that the price is going to go up. There's a very high chance that the price will go up, but it's probably not going to have that blast-off effect that it would if the money flow was already in the green. Okay, it's not going to have that blast-off effect. Things are going to be slower moving if we are in the red money flow on the 4-hour. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. So I think possibly what happened is, if we go to our 24-minute chart over here, and we come back to the month of March, which we are currently in, and I guess our time frames are a little bit different because of just where we're located. But let me see if I can find, okay, here we are. I'm assuming, right, that you're probably talking about the one that formed on March, on my chart. It was probably the dot that formed on March 2nd. I could be wrong, but if we come back to March 2nd, we can see that we would have entered right here, actually, because, or right here, we would have entered either right here or right here, and both of those would have been actually really great entries. I mean, if we had entered here, we would have had a little bit of drawdown, but then we had a huge move up, and if we had waited and entered here, we would have had just pure profit. So I'm not sure if I'm at the right date, but just be wary of that, guys. Was I wrong? March 10th. Sorry, guys. All right, March 10th. Yeah, okay, so March 10th. The price actually, if you had taken that trade, which we did take that trade, that was yesterday. Sorry, guys, I'm dyslexic. The price did go up, actually, if you had taken this trade. Look at this. You got this trigger right here forming on the 24-minute, and price did go up. Okay, price did go up. Here's the thing: we don't have our confirmations. We don't have money flow in the red on the 24-minute. We haven't really formed a nice anchor wave. We have not had the Wolfpack ID come down very low on the 4-hour, and this green dot is not very strong up here because it's above the 60. So I addressed this actually in our live stream yesterday, our IRA gains. So if you want to check out the live stream from yesterday, I go over that there. What's going on Our Crypto Journey? Shout out to Our Crypto Journey. Some great people over there on a journey within cryptocurrency. Guys, so let's kind of talk about how we should be looking to trade this on the way up, because clearly we are heading up and we are going to be having some awesome gains that shall be made in the future. So let me clean up this chart for us. Let me clean up this chart. Let me remove Market Cipher. No, I'm going to keep Market Cipher A on. I'm going to remove the Wolfpack. And now here's what we're doing, guys. When we're trying to catch these huge moves, we're going to start out by going to the daily time frame, right? The daily time frame is going to basically tell us where we are at as far as this move upwards. So right now we are the wave is just about to touch this 60 line. The last time the wave was just about to touch the 60 line was right here on February 7th, and now it is March 11th, and we are just about to touch that 60 line. So if we're going to compare the last run-up to this current run-up, that means we have possibly 15 days, anywhere between 1 week, 1 to 2 weeks of more upward price movement. 1 to 2 weeks, okay? So we have a long time, potentially up to 2 weeks of price upward movement before we need to think about closing our positions, which, you know, that puts us at about March 25th when we will reach the top of this, as long as things continue being bullish on the chart. So how are we going to trade this move upward? How are we going to do that? How are we going to find good entries? How are we going to find take profit levels? This is very important, and it's something that a lot of people kind of don't quite understand. So what we're going to do is we're going to come to the daily time frame. We're going to gauge, do we still have a lot of upward potential here according to the daily time frame? I say yes. I say yes, we do have a lot of upward potential here, unless things start to change, right? Unless we start to see that we are about to print a red dot right here, then, you know, we can rethink it. But for right now, we have some nice separation between the dark blue and the light blue right here. So we're still looking to say, okay, we have a lot of upward potential, and right now we're just in a little pullback here. Market Cipher A is giving us clusters of these yellow diamonds, which tends to mean that, you know, we're going to continue in our uptrend, right? That's pretty nice. We got something similar at the beginning of our previous leg up. And so once we establish that we are moving upward, we're going to come to the 4-hour, and basically what we're going to do, and it's as simple as this, guys, is we are going to add to our position or enter a trade right around the printing of a green dot, and we're going to do it using the 424 strategy. And if you're unfamiliar with that strategy, guys, I highly recommend you come to this channel. By the way, I made a playlist. I made a playlist here of all my Market Cipher videos, and in this playlist you can see right here, which one is it? Yeah, right here. Market Cipher trading strategy, win every trade step by step. This will explain in detail the 4-hour, 24-minute strategy. It will give you your confirmations. It will tell you how to identify your environment. It will tell you what exactly to wait for. It will talk about stop loss and take profits. And I highly recommend you watch that video. And what we're going to basically do is use that strategy to buy the lows. We want to buy or add to our position at these lows, right? At these lows right here. And then, you know, now, you know, we're kind of at a low right here. And we want to take profits once we start to see, and this is important, you don't necessarily want to wait for a red dot to print on Market Cipher B in order to take profit out. You want to look at Market Cipher B and start to take profits when you see something like this. Now, notice how if you zoom in on Market Cipher B, you can clearly see the wave starting to downtick before we print that red dot, right? You can see that starting to downtick about 6 hours before the red dot actually prints. Like right here, you can see that really starting to curve in. This is where we'd want to take our profit out, because that will give us some nice room for price to come back down a little bit before we re-enter. If we had taken profit out when we saw it starting to downtick right around here, we could have come down and we would have re-entered at you know, at a nice little almost 3% dip right there. And the way we are going to kind of add to our position, and what I mean when I say add to my position is this, guys. When I'm trading these huge swing trades, right, I have a separate Bybit account for my huge swing trades that I'm in for like multiple weeks. And what I do is I enter a position. Let's say, just for argument's sake, that I entered my position right here at this green dot, right? And I had 1,000 contracts. Well, when we come up and start to print a red dot, I would take some profit out up here. Maybe I would take 25% of those 1,000 contracts out. I would take 250 contracts out of that trade and let the rest run. When we come back down to a low, now also very important, those 250 contracts are now worth more in Bitcoin than they originally were when I entered the trade. So I'm not just taking money in and putting it back. I'm not taking money out and putting it back in. I'm putting money in, I'm taking it out when it's worth more Bitcoin, then I'm taking that more Bitcoin and putting it back in when it's at a low, and it keeps compounding. Every time I add it in and take it out, that money is compounding. It's becoming more and more money that I'm able to put in and out of the trade, right? The 25% that I'm taking out and putting in is more and more money as we continue to make profit on it, okay? And I'm not always taking 25% out. I will take 10% out. I will take 50% out, depending on the move. So if I see, like, okay, I entered in here, and now we came up with this huge move right here, all the way up 15%, I might take half of that trade out, right? Because I want to realize my profit. And you can just do this all the way up, and it will really help you to turn a small amount of money into a large amount of money. Because, just a side note, guys, this is meant to be done with low or no leverage, either low or no. Those are the two words, low and no, that I like to focus on when I'm doing these long-term trades. And it just so happens that low actually means no in Hebrew. So if I was speaking Hebrew, then I would say low leverage, and that actually means no leverage. So if you are using high leverage for these trades, guys, you are going to pay an arm and a leg in fees, right? And who wants to have a whole bunch of profit in Bitcoin if they don't have any arms or legs, right? It's very frustrating. How are you going to hold your Bitcoin in your hands if you don't have arms or legs? It just doesn't make any sense. So, excuse me, 1 second, guys. I've got to make sure my computer is charging. There we go. Perfect. So these are meant to be for low leverage trades, right? I use low leverage with a high dollar amount. I have been blessed to have been into Bitcoin for a long time, where I've been able to accumulate large amounts of Bitcoin. If you're not in that position, I don't recommend you enter these long swing trades like that. I recommend you enter trades where you buy these lows and then get out at the highs, because I don't want you to get these crazy fees. Of course, you have to do the research on the fees and calculate everything. The fees are always changing as well. I am going to get into those fees in the course, guys. I am. I really am. I know I've been talking about it for a while, okay? And yeah, so we would just do that all the way up. It's a great strategy to make money on these crazy bull runs where the bulls have been released from the stable. Let's come into the chat here and see if we have any more questions. V Prime Gaming, show us a live trade. Here's the thing, V Prime Gaming, I can't have my VPN on to live stream because I get really poor connection, and I cannot sign into my Bybit account without a VPN. But you know what I need to do is I need to get a better VPN, because right now the VPN I'm using is kind of bad. It's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Yeah, guys, I don't mean to ignore you while I'm fumbling over my thought. The thing is, I don't have the chat pulled up when I'm looking at the chart. So, do we want to talk about Ethereum? What's going on in the chat? Social Fire, hey Jay, I FOMO'd into ETH at 1837 yesterday, waiting for it to come down again, but daily seems to be narrowing down 16%. What to do? What to do? Let's take a look at Ethereum. I'm currently long on Ethereum. I've been long for quite some time. Let's take a look at the daily. I mean, my initial thought is that as long as we are holding above this 21 EMA on the daily, we are in good shape. Now, here's what I would really keep my eye on if we're looking at ETH. One thing to note is we do have a cluster of golden diamonds on Market Cipher A, which it tends to be a sign that we are going to continue in an uptrend. So, like back here, we had this cluster of diamonds. Even though things were looking scary, we continued in an uptrend, okay? That's one thing I noticed. The second thing I noticed, which is a little bit scary, is Market Cipher B on the 1 hour. On the 1 day, it looks like it could be down ticking and looking like we might print a red dot, which would be not so great, to be honest with you. It would be not so great. But I would really use this 21 EMA on the daily as your gauge as to whether or not we are still in a bullish trend if you're looking to stay in long term. On the 4 hour, things are actually looking like we are going to have a really nice trade setup, like a super nice trade setup. Okay, look at this, guys. For Ethereum, we had a nice anchor wave down here, and then we had this is just perfect, right? This is what we wished we could have seen for Bitcoin. We see a very clear money flow crossover. Money flow is officially in the green now, and it looks like we are about to print a nice tight green dot on the 4 hour. This is like a textbook. If there was a textbook written about Market Cipher, this is what we would be looking for to enter long. Okay, so when I see this, I get very encouraged. I get extremely encouraged because then I would look for my entry when we print this. Now the VWAP, the old Wapinator is looking a little bit like it has some time to go before we cross, right? So we might keep coming down with this wave and print one like down here or something like that. But whatever the case, at least the VWAP is pointing up, and that's a really good sign. It's also a really good sign. I mean, it will be a really good sign if on the 4 hour we can confirm a bullish candlestick over this 21 EMA. Okay, over this 21 EMA. I'd say that this candlestick right here, these two candlesticks are bullish candlesticks, right? We have in a downtrend, when we have this kind of candlestick forming where we have a body at the top and we have this long wick here, usually people call that a hammer. When that's at the bottom, that tends to be a really good sign, and the reason for that is because when you have a wick that comes down, it's showing us that the sellers were trying to push the price down, and the buyers regained control and were able to take control of the price and push it back up. And so this giant wick is basically the giant failure of the sellers to push the price down. And not only that, but our next candlestick so far for the last hour has had the same kind of deal where the sellers tried to push this thing down, and then the buyers push it up. It's still a green candlestick. We tried to come over that 21 EMA, but we're unable to. So, depending on how long-term of a trade you're looking to stay in, if I was in your position, and I wasn't going to be killed by fees, I would wait. I would hold that trade. This is just me, okay? And I always try to never put myself in that position. Guys, don't FOMO into stuff, please. Wait for your confirmations, but it looks like we're about to get some really good confirmations for Ethereum right here. And if we do, here's what we're looking for on the 24-minute in order to enter our trade. Oh wait, this is Bitcoin. Let me get to ETH. Here's what we are looking for. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is the kind of stuff I want to see on the Bitcoin chart to give us some really great entries. We have this beautiful lumpy anchor wave, and then we're coming up. We're going to print a nice red dot up here. We're going to come down a little bit more, and we're going to print a nice trigger, and that'll probably happen, somewhere around here once we print this green dot on the Ethereum 4-hour chart, and then we can enter right here, and we'll probably see the money flow index crossing up like that, and boom, that would be a wonderful entry on Ethereum, guys. And again, this is really not financial advice because I am not a financial advisor. I am just a farm boy who loves crypto. I like crypto. Super Googly, thank you. I thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. If I have one Bitcoin in a Forex long and one Bitcoin sitting dormant in Bybit, should that be able to cover funding rate for a month? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Selena, hey Jason, sold my Bitcoin at 49K, waiting for it to drop below. What are your thoughts on the price correction? Selena, I have to be honest with you. I don't think we're going to come down to 49K anytime soon. I really don't. Yeah, Social Fire Social Fire, like, again, I'm not a financial advisor, bro. I'm just a farm boy out here. Just, I don't even know anything about technology, right? I don't believe in science, right? All that stuff, right? I'm a hillbilly, hick, stupid, dumb, don't know how to read, totally illiterate. Totally illiterate. Don't even know how to use the internet, okay? So I'm not a financial advisor. Um, let's see here. 49K Bitcoin. I mean, I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. I really, really don't. I think if you sold at 49K, in my unprofessional opinion, that was a bad time to sell. And the reason is because, I mean, at the low of this whole kind of move here, um, you know, we thought we were going to come down and correct to, the 40K level. But things are just getting so bullish right now, and the money flow has crossed over on the 4-hour, looking pretty bullish. Okay, something drastic would have to happen for us to come back down to 49K. Something pretty drastic would have to happen. The only thing that I could see happening is maybe one of these FOMO wicks right here. Like if we get, and I love these FOMO wicks, guys, because they offer, if you can find them and get in, they offer you awesome profit right out of the gate, right out of the gate. But I really don't think we're going to come back down there, unless we come below this 21 EMA, which is acting perfectly as support, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is like a very strong support, this 21 EMA. I don't think we're going to see 49K for a while. We might get back down, after this next leg up, and then we have a huge dump where everyone FOMO sells. Maybe we could get back down to 49K. That would be nice. That would be really nice. So maybe in a month or so, or maybe 2 weeks to 3 weeks or so, we could get down there again. But yeah, I wouldn't be waiting for it anytime in the near future. Bart, I don't believe in science. I'm joking, bro. I'm joking. I'm sorry, guys. I have a very strange sense of humor, right? So I say things very sarcastically, but I don't sound like I'm being sarcastic. When my wife first met me, she didn't know if I was retarded or if I was very sarcastic with a dry sarcasm. Eventually, I convinced her that I was not retarded, and she was like, "Oh, that's great to know." That's when she decided it would be okay to marry me. Guys, FOMO into the like button. We've got 300 viewers and only 150 likes. FOMO in, guys. It really helps the algorithms. And honestly, the reason I'm doing these streams is to help people who are new to trading, who I don't want people to get wrecked. I don't want it. The reason I started making these videos, guys, is because I saw what was happening in the YouTube world where, you had people with very large followings, YouTube channels with extremely large followings, talking about Market Cipher, talking about how awesome it is, but not showing people how to use it. Basically just saying, hey, there's this awesome thing, Market Cipher. If you want to turn 50K into 300K, just get Market Cipher. It works, I'm telling you. And it does work, but nobody was telling you how to use it except for CryptoFace and Flopping Groper. And I know a lot of people were kind of having trouble wrapping their heads around how to actually use this thing. And I found some pretty cool ways to use it. So I figured I don't want people to get wrecked. I want people to make money. So, FOMO into the like button, y'all. Help people make money. David Holing is on a small farm. R. Quan wants to know if I plan to short after this run up. Yeah, I might enter into a small short. I get scared shorting in such bullish times. Like during the bear market, after this bull cycle is over, I will short Bitcoin. And here's a tip, y'all. Before I talk about Market Cipher on Forex, I want to give y'all a tip. Okay? The tip is, you guys know I'm a huge believer in BTC, right? I love me some BTC. In fact, I have physical silver coins that look like Bitcoins. That's how much I like Bitcoin. I'm a Bitcoin hodler, hardcore. I will never sell a certain amount of Bitcoin. I have a certain number of Bitcoin in a tracer that I will never touch, never, unless I decide to touch them, of course. but I'm planning to hold them, hodl hodl, right? But at the same time, if you are trading these markets and you are accumulating Bitcoin, you are stacking your Bitcoin, right? It's important to make sure that you are actually realizing some of your profit and moving it into stable coins, okay? Now, I know this might sound contradictory because you guys know I'm such a huge Bitcoin believer, but the reason you want to do that, oh man, look at this alert, y'all. Look at this alert. Man, this is nice. This is so nice. This is nice, guys. This is nice. The reason you want to realize some of that profit into stable coins like Tether and USDC or any other stable coins, I don't know all of them, is because when we do enter that bear market, you want to have some capital in order to trade and also in order to pay yourself, right? If you're doing this for some income and Bitcoin is dumping, you want to have something that's stable, that it contains, that's whose value is stable, so that you can pay yourself and have capital to trade. So make sure you're doing that, y'all. And then when the bear market comes, we will be able to short, we will be able to make profit in Bitcoin and stablecoin. And the reason we want to make profit in stablecoin during a bear market is so that we can pay ourselves. We want to pay ourselves. If you're doing this for additional income, we want to pay ourselves, right? But obviously, I do this primarily to accumulate Bitcoin. But also, I do sometimes realize profits from my trading if I need to buy something like important that my regular normal business is not budgeting. So let's get back to here. Jagged Mountain wants to know if I've talked about ADA already. I'm stuck in red since yesterday. Let's take a look at ADA. I love ADA, guys. I am a huge ADA guy. They actually call me ADA guy. They call me ADA guy. I go outside, I'm doing work, I do something good, and they say, ADA guy, you're doing good. So here's the thing about ADA. I actually trade the ADA Bitcoin pair. And when I say trade the ADA Bitcoin pair, right, I'm just holding ADA, and a lot of times I will take profits. Like I took some profits up at these highs, right? I didn't take it at the exact high. I probably took them around here when I saw, all right, we're coming down below that 21 EMA. Here's the thing. I don't know, Jagged Mountain, if you're trading the ADA USDT pair, but as far as the Bitcoin pair goes, things are looking pretty nice. Things are looking pretty nice for a move upwards. If we come to the 6-hour chart, even, you know, we're starting to form a bottom here. But again, it's tough because Bitcoin's about to pump, right? And when Bitcoin pumps, altcoins dump. When Bitcoin pumps, altcoins dump. When Bitcoin dumps, altcoins dump. When Bitcoin consolidates, altcoins pump. So if you're trading the ADA USD pair, let me check that out, because that's a totally different world than BTC. Okay, so wow, man, the ADA USD pair is looking pretty nice, to be honest with you. I mean, look at this. Look at this beautiful formation of Market Cipher on the 6-hour chart here. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's just draw on Market Cipher B here. I mean, we saw some nice, you know, we see some really nice shape. I really like the shape of this. You know, it looks like you know, we're gonna see something like that. It really does, because we had this nice bottom here, and then we keep printing these consecutive waves on the 6-hour. That's a strong signal. Yeah, I mean, I would totally look to. I see, the thing is, I don't day trade ADA, so I can't really give you advice because I'm not submersed in the charts like I am on Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? But if we're just going based off what Market Cipher says, you know, we had this huge pump, and it looks like we've been consolidating for a while, and usually price moves in, you know, we'll have a move up like this, and then we'll consolidate, and then we'll have a move up, and then we'll consolidate. And we've been trading along this 21 EMA for a long time, just consolidating, right? Just consolidating. And meanwhile, during this sideways movement, which is very important, we have not actually been trending downward, but it's been more of a sideways movement. It seems like we've been down because, our percentage is down, but when we zoom out, it's trading sideways, and it looks like Market Cipher is just ticking up, like ready to send this thing off again. So to me, it looks like just a period of healthy consolidation, and I would expect it to go up a lot in the future, to probably test these highs again and keep going. I mean, I'm so bullish on ADA. I wouldn't be surprised if we had a $10 Cardano by the time this bull cycle was over. So that's my thought on it. Let's see if we have any other questions. Guys, FOMO into the like button. It would really mean a lot to me. Do we have any more questions in this chat? And if not, we've been in here for about an hour. Jagged Mountain, I appreciate those pretzels. I appreciate the pretzels. I love pretzels. I love to eat pretzels at night when I should be asleep. I like to wake up and eat carbohydrates. Carbohydrates at night. They say that's the best thing to do, is eat simple carbs and then go right to sleep. They say it's good for your metabolism. Forex, yes, let's talk about Forex. Okay, let's talk about Forex. Let's just go to the most commonly traded pair in Forex. The euro dollar, right? And let's just take a look. Let's just take a look if we could use Market Cipher for Forex. So, what do you have here? You have a double bottom, snake eyes, right? Then what do you have here? You have a double anchor wave. You have a trigger wave. You have a money flow crossover into the green. You have a trigger wave, and then if we had entered right there, look at this. We would have had a nice 0.9% move. Of course, when I'm trading Forex, let's be real, I use the daily. If I was trading Forex, I check these charts once a day, and I either enter, exit, or do nothing based on what I see. Now look at this. We got a nice anchor below the 60. We got a nice trigger right here. We can see money flow coming down, dipping into the red. As soon as the money flow crosses over into the green, and we print this nice trigger up here, what happens? Whew, man, rocket ship, 4.5%. In the Forex world, 4.5% over the course of 71 days. That's like you're making billions of dollars, because Forex moves like 0.000000001%. And if you're not over leveraging your account, I don't know why you even trade Forex, which is why I stopped trading Forex and started trading crypto. But yeah, this works in pretty much any marquee, right? Pretty much any marquee, this will work. Look at this. Look at this beautiful double bottom right here. And then we clearly see the momentum. We see the money flow crossing over. If we entered on the first trigger wave that we got after money flow crossed from the red into the green, look at this beautiful run up right here. Boom. Man, over the course of 105 days, you could have made 10%. 10% in 105 days. Now, that's great for Forex. For crypto, that's horrible. But, yeah, I mean, let's try some other pairs, some other Forex pairs. Let's try the euro, I don't know, yen, JPY. I spelled euro wrong. Let's do the US dollar and the yen, the Japanese yen, because that's a more complicated pair, right? It's not as smooth, they say, as the USD, euro USD pair, right? Yeah, because now look at this again, like we just see this is the daily chart, right? Now trading Forex is so chill, right? Because you just look at the daily chart once a day, you just check it once a day, you either enter, exit, or do nothing. Most of the time you're doing nothing, and you just enter as soon as this money flow crosses over into the green, and as soon as it does, I mean, boom, kabam. Now the USD JPY, you could make some more profit then. I mean, you could make 5% in 22 days. And this is so easy. This is so easy, guys. Forex trading on the daily time frame with Market Cipher is so dang easy. Because it's not like crypto, right? It's not like crypto. I mean, look at this. Look at just how the market moves throughout time is just so smooth. It's so smooth. It's so nice and smooth. It's like what can I compare it to? I don't know. It's like one of those really soft, fuzzy fleece blankets that you get from Walmart that are rolled up with Scotch tape with a piece of paper keeping it rolled up, and you rub it on your face, and it's so nice, but the first time you put it through the wash, it gets all prickly and gross. That's what this is like. So I hope that answers your question. All right, am I in Discord, guys? Where do you trade forex? You gotta get a broker. So you can go to forex.com, and they will basically walk you through that whole process. They will walk you through that whole process. Yes, I am on Discord, guys. I'm on Discord. Here's my Discord. Let me invite you. Send you an invite. I'll drop it into the chat here. And guys, if you're interested in the trading course, again, this course, hit me up in the Discord. I will give you all the information you need. Also, if you don't have Market Cipher and you want Market Cipher, you can get 10% off if you use my link right here. You can get 10% off if you decide to get Market Cipher. And also, it would help out my channel if you use my affiliate link. I get a commission from CryptoFace. Leo Lightwork, I appreciate the work you're doing, brother Jason. I'm planning on signing up for your course today. Super stoked. Cool. I'm glad to hear that. I am glad to hear that, Leo. Yeah, guys, I was into Forex for a while, and you know what? I still have an account, but I still have an open account. I have not traded Forex in a while. I should probably get back into it because there's no reason to not. It's so chill, especially because I trade Forex on the daily time frame, right? If any of you guys are interested in trading Forex, I highly recommend YouTube No Nonsense Forex, okay? And I recommend that you watch all the playlists on this channel right here, No Nonsense Forex, with this guy VP. It will totally change the way you may have learned how to trade. It changed the way I learned how to trade. I learned how to trade without using indicators. Okay, I learned naked trading. When I first learned how to trade, I just learned naked trading. I was taught by my instructors that indicators are a whole bunch of BS. They don't work. It's just like fake stuff, and they're delayed and after the fact. This guy will walk you through how to come up with a trading system for yourself that will actually work for trading Forex. Now, this guy does not know about Market Cipher, and if he did, it would change the game for him because he spends most of his time looking for indicators that give him the best entries and exits and all that, and Market Cipher is that indicator that he needs. That's why it's so good for trading Forex, because he's all about algorithm trading, where he looks for a list of confirmations. That's where I got the whole concept of the 24-minute, 4-hour strategy, where I'm looking for confirmations and I don't enter or exit unless I see those. I got that idea from him. And you can easily come up with a system for trading Forex using Market Cipher and these different indicators here. So somebody asked in the chat how to take small profits out, and I want to address that. Where is that question? Where is it? T Fletch, how do you add back into a trade? Do you just hit buy long again? Yes. Can you show how to take small profit out of your current trade on Bybit, please? Yes, I can't, because I can't log in right now without my VPN. Basically, what you would do, HKR, is you would go to conditional orders, and you would, to take profit out, if you have 1,000 contracts into a trade and you want to take 10% out, you would go to a conditional order and sell 100 contracts, and that would take out 10% of your profit. What's up, Renee Knops? You're the man. Thanks for being here, guys. Yeah, Nathan, VP. He is the GOAT, man. He really, I mean, that guy is legit, right? He's legit. I like that guy. Yeah, you guys know who VP is, right? Cool. Yes. I have watched all of his playlists, the psychology, all of them, right? Multiple times. Multiple times. I've listened to them multiple times on 1x speed, I've upped my leverage to 2x speed so I can listen faster and get all that info into my head. Yeah, Radu, there are guides to take profit on Bybit. Bybit will the documentation on Bybit, there's a lot of documentation out there. The Moon YouTube channel has a great tutorial on Bybit. If you guys are looking for a great tutorial, I will be covering it in the course. That's true. Matthew Richmond brings up a good point that Market Cipher doesn't allow you to upgrade. So if you get the basic package, you won't be able to just pay the difference to upgrade to lifetime. So that's something to keep in mind. I kind of wish they would do a free trial, but you know, they don't. So guys, hit that like button because it really helps out. Appreciate it. Cass Perej wants to know, you think it's worth flipping on small dips and ups with low amount, e.g. 1K, or hodl for the long runs? Yeah, I think it's totally like up to you. I have done both in the past on different accounts. It's more fun to, like, obviously trading is fun, right, guys? It feels really good to enter a trade and then take the profit out and be like, I'm out of the trade and I got my money. So, you know, obviously you have the potential to make more if you are able to ride those little waves, but it's also more work and it takes more time. But it's totally worth it. If you just have $1,000 and you're making, like, you know, $40 here, $30 there, that stuff adds up, man. That stuff adds up. Mior Azam wants to know, who is VP? VP is the guy from No Nonsense Forex. Check him out. Check him out. No Nonsense Forex. This guy is great if you're into trading Forex. I learned so much from him. So much. About trading. I mean, this guy, I mean, really, if you watch all his videos, he's not going to teach you, you already have to know how to trade to, like, understand his videos, basically. But if you know basic TA and just kind of a little bit about how trading works, he will help you immensely. And he focuses not so much, he will turn you away from using technical analysis, which is fine for Forex. It really is fine for Forex, because in Forex, there is no such thing as overbought. There's no such thing as oversold. There's no such thing as support and resistance, because you're not trading an asset. It's just currencies that are totally manipulated by different governments. It's not like somebody bought, you know, it's not like companies are investing in the euro so the euro goes up. It's like the European Central Bank and the Federal Reserve decide, okay, we're going to devalue one currency and up the other because we're making little inside trades because we're, like, corrupt and trying to steal everybody's wealth, but I shouldn't talk about that. So TA doesn't really work so much for Forex, but if you take the concepts that he teaches you in this no-nonsense Forex playlist, right, and then you learn basic technical analysis and combine the two for trading crypto, you can make massive gains. You take his concepts about the algorithm trading and learn some basic technical analysis, you will be able to make massive gains in crypto, because crypto is not like Forex. On Forex, you know, if you grow your account by 3% in a year, that's really good in Forex, right? And in crypto, if you if you double your account in a year, that's less than average, right? So, you know, it's just a totally different world out there in the Forex world. Let's see if we got any more questions before we try and end this stream. Alex, I don't understand your question about the member here, but let's see. Paulos, can I go over the possible trade entry and exit for our current setup? Yeah, let me talk about our current Bitcoin setup again before I peace out. So we're forming a green dot on the 4-hour right here, right below that 60 line, which means we are looking for an entry on the 24-minute. Okay. Man, I just got totally excited for a second. This is the Cardano chart, not the Bitcoin chart. So what we are waiting for now is, well, what I am waiting for, because I'm not a financial advisor, right? Totally not. I don't know anything about finances or crypto or trading. I know nothing. Nothing. I don't know anything. I don't even know how to tie my shoes. But we're waiting for a red dot to form here on the 24-minute, and then we're waiting for it to come down and cool off and print us a nice green dot. And that's where I am looking to enter. I'm looking to enter because I want to enter into strength, right? I want to enter into momentum. I don't want to enter now when we're forming this green dot here, because I can see that we're starting to uptick and kind of print that red dot on the 24-minute. Now, I know there's going to be plenty of opportunity for people to FOMO in. People love to FOMO, especially if they've been waiting for the 4-hour green dot for 2 days or whatever, and they're like, it's finally here. I'm not going to miss my chance. The price is going up. It's never going to come back down. I'm going to miss my entry. It's easy to do that, but historically, if we just wait for this green dot to confirm and then enter this next green dot here, we will have a wonderful move. Even if we miss part of the move, there's much lower risk that we will end up in a loss. And so basically, yeah, if you guys join the Discord, if you're interested in the course and you sign up for the course, you'll have access to my potential trades area where I basically share all this stuff in the Discord, tell you guys what I'm looking for, what I'm waiting for. I tell people when I'm actually entering in the VIP Bitcoin TA room. It's a great little community we got going on. Lots of cool people in here. It's been very enjoyable. So even just the regular old free Discord has been very enjoyable. Capper Edge wants to know if it's a good idea to short the 24-minute red dot. I would say absolutely not. And the reason for that is because we have to remember that the 4-hour green dot is going to supersede in strength the 24-minute red dot. So I would only short a red dot on the 24-minute if we already have a red dot printed on the 4-hour. So, look at this. We get the red dot on the 4-hour. And then you could have shorted this red dot here and had a nice move down. We still had that red dot on the 4-hour. You could have shorted this red dot here and had a nice move down, right? But now that we have this green dot on the 4-hour, don't be shorting. Don't be shorting, because you're going to end up with your shorts down around your ankles. Okay? Everyone's going to laugh at you because you have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle underwear, which is really nice, by the way. It's nice underwear. Nice underwear. Walmart. Walmart, y'all. Yep, Walmart. Okay, guys. Appreciate y'all being here. I really do. Johnny wants to know, what is that EMA line? It's the 21 EMA. That's my favorite exponential moving average, is that 21 EMA. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Guys, we do have a live stream course today at 2 p.m. Central Time. Alex, how to join my Discord TA. Guys, you know what you're going to do is you're just going to click the link that I have right here. Let me click this link. And you're going to just join my Discord that way. If you're interested in joining my private Discord, right now it's a hybrid. What I mean by that is if you sign up for the private Discord, you're also getting the course and vice versa. That's how it is right now. For right now, if you sign up for the course, it's a one-time payment of $200 worth of crypto. You will have lifetime access to my private Discord, to my trading, potential trades, all that. I'm not going to do this forever, guys, because I want to keep this kind of small and a tight-knit group. So eventually I'm going to make this like a monthly subscription in order to be a part of that, because I don't want this thing to get too big. I realized quick it could get way too big. I don't want that. I want to kind of know and be familiar, and all of us to be familiar with each other in there, right? So we can like get to know each other and all that. So I don't want this thing to get too big. So for right now, the OGs who buy the course, right, you guys will be able to stay in there forever for a one-time fee. But in the future, I will be making that like a monthly thing, probably like on Patreon or something like that. I need to get into more like platforms and stuff. Oh, so yeah, Marion says we have a confirmation from CryptoFace. He's live streaming his trade again. That's great. All right, y'all. I'm going to head out. May the Lord bless you and keep you. In the name of Jesus, B'Shem Yeshua HaMashiach, in the name of Jesus, the Messiah. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful day of trading, and that hope to see y'all back here again in the future. So peace, y'all.